items regarding our current redistricting process. Madam Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Thank you, Mr. President. Division 7, Gary Van Dam. Division 6, Audrey Miller.
Here.
Division 5, Robert Paris.
I'm here.
Division 4, George Lane.
Here.
Division 1, Shelley Sourceable.
Here.
Division 3, Frank Donato.
Here.
Division 2, Keith Dias.
Here.
Dwayne Chisholm.
Here.
Nick Gorelli.
Present.
And Holly Hughes present.
Thank you very much. And now I'd like to open up the meeting for the period open to the public. If anyone would like to address the board on any item that is not on the agenda, please feel free to do so now. Remembering, of course, that if you have comments on the redistricting process, you'll have an opportunity to do that later in the meeting under item 6. But at this time, are there any general public comments?
Deb Bryce. She muted.
Deb Bryce, did you want to make a comment?
No, I didn't. I was just signing on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Item 4, overview of the redistricting process. Our agency has hired the firm of Christopher Jones Consulting of Sacramento to guide us through this process. And if Mr. Jones is on the line, I would like to ask him to address the item 4, overview of the redistricting process. Is Chris with us tonight?
Yes, he just needs to unmute. One moment. Try *6, Chris, if you can hear me. Let me text him.
Just get.
Hi, it's Chris. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes,
we can.
Sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties. I don't know with my computer. Anyway, thank you for being here tonight, all of you. The overview of the redistricting process, mainly for directors and members of the public who weren't able to participate in our December 15th public workshop. The census data, just to give everybody a quick recap, the census data from 2020 is used every 10 years to adjust the boundaries of the 7 Avek divisions to make the population substantially equal. This last 2 years ago, in 2019, the California state legislature added additional requirements through Assembly Bill 849 that mandates more public hearings and notices to increase public participation, add some specific requirements in terms of a redistricting web page on our Avek website, and in addition provided some more detailed information, demographic information that's required as part of the redistricting analysis. Sorry, I'm unmuting my computer, so there's hopefully not feedback. Can everybody hear me still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our second public hearing. Our first one was December 15th. It was a workshop that the ad hoc committee held. We had went over again the basic parameters and legal requirements of redistricting, including the criteria that we use for redrawing the division boundaries. Some of those criteria include, number one is substantial population equality, geographic integrity, geographic compactness where possible, avoiding division of communities where possible. So those are kind of some of the specific criteria that are required as we do the redrawing of the division boundaries. Our first two hearings, this hearing and the workshop, were done without new draft maps. I believe on the screen we've got maps of the existing division boundaries, which provide a nice, you can really kind of see some of the boundary, items that separate the divisions. For example, the California Aqueduct separates, part of Division 1 and Division 3 as a natural, as a boundary line. We take those boundary lines into consideration, as part of the redistricting process, because you need to, you try and use boundary lines that are easy for the public and AVAC members to understand. The major streets, county lines, the aqueduct, things like that make an easy to understand separation between divisions. The next three, we have three more public workshops after this, or three more public hearings after this, and we will have maps, draft maps, starting at the next public hearing, which is in February 9th. And then we have two hearings after that to review and, if necessary, revise the maps. The process for redistricting must be completed by April 17th. And we do have some requirements, like our final maps, before they can be approved, have to be available for public inspection for 7 days. So the goal is to have our new district division boundaries finalized and approved at the second March meeting, so that we have plenty of we don't get anywhere near the deadline. That final hearing will be Wednesday, March 23rd. And that's pretty much the overview. I can, when I take questions, if there's some specific questions, criteria issues that members of the board want to discuss, I'm happy to answer that at that time. But that gives you pretty much of an overview that will be, moving quickly to complete this process in a timely manner so that we're well ahead of the deadline, and give the public plenty of time for input in the process, and get their ideas and include that in our decision making. So I think that's pretty much covers item 4.
All right. It also sounds as though you've covered a lot of the items in number 5, status update on redrawing of the division boundaries. Or do you have more to say, Chris?
Yeah, just a couple items. we have the census data, and it's being received and and categorized and analyzed. Based on population growth, relatively even distribution of population growth throughout AVEC. We do not anticipate significant boundary changes are required. But we'll be reviewing all that data and providing draft maps for public viewing in early February.
Great. Thank you very much. Now I will open up the meeting for public input and comments on the redistricting. Item number 6. Does any member of the public wish to make a comment or have a question?
There are 9 participants on the call, including you. You are joining your conference as a participant. For a menu of available commands,
If we have none, then I will ask our directors if they have any questions or comments under item number 7. Any general discussion? If not, this will be a very short hearing. We're ready to adjourn unless...
All right. And I would, Mr. Chairman, I would just one thing I just encourage if people are, public is we do have a website and webpage on the AVEC website that you can go to get more additional information and find out how to submit any comments or concerns via email as well. So,
Thank you, Chris. That's a very good point. Holly, how does the public find this website?
www.avec.org, and from that first home landing page, there is a whole section about redistricting where you can get all the future meetings and what we're doing at each one.
Thank you. All right. Does anyone else have anything to say? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
This is Director Sorsabal. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
This is Director Miller. I'll second it.
Thank you. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Gary Van Dam. He's on the line, but maybe he can unmute. Audrey Miller,
Yes.
Robert Paris,
Yes.
George Lane,
Yes.
Shelley Sorsabal.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Gary. Frank Donato,
Yes.
Keith Dias.
Yes.
This is Keith. Yeah, I vote yes as well. That's unanimous. The motion passes, and we are now adjourned. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good
night.
evening.